Better had do.
Good evening. Oh, you're on mute, Andy. Take your mute off. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Good
COTU
evening.
Unknown for the second time. We're on.
Right.
No, I always get a delay on here. I don't know why it does it.
All right.
So, hi, Facebook user. I think that's Mark. Mark's watching on. Don't know what his platform he said he's on. That's it. Mark should be joining us in about an hour or so once he's got rid of his tiddlywinks.
Yeah.
Tiddlywinks. Yeah, kids.
Yeah, tiddlywinks.
Yeah, tiddly. Yeah, I thought it was. Didn't sound right as I said it.
No,
straight away.
No.
And then we've got Shane is supposed to be coming on.
All being well.
Yes. So, and we'll talk to him about experience that he had. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So, do you want to take over?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you what you thought about last week and how it went, what we've picked up. Yeah,
it went good. It was completely different than the previous two times that I was there.
Right.
The first time me and Matt went to the cemetery, we got an uneasy feeling from pretty much the moment we walked it, showing you where the river was down the bottom.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as we got to that bit, because we walked in the same way, that's where I started like that uneasy feeling until we left.
Yeah.
Didn't get that until we went up on that mound where I show you the big oval.
Yeah.
The big oval gravestone.
Yeah.
And where the markings were on that one that took the photograph where they left the offerings.
Yes.
Heard the bell ringing. It's still like a cat bell, but I only heard it the once.
All right.
But this might sound stupid now. There are a lot more pigeons and birds about last week than there was the week before. I think that is because it's getting darker later.
Yeah. I thought that, yeah.
And there were a few people dog walking that were cutting through there while we was doing it. So it was a bit, they weren't off-putting, but it was just a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
When I got to the archway again, that's where I get the horrible feeling, horrible gut feeling. And then I just couldn't get away from that quick enough.
Yeah, but it's weird, that, isn't it?
It's just at the archway, whether I'm on, doesn't matter what side I'm on, within, I'd say, 6 foot proximity of it, I just get a really shitty feeling.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know what it is.
I wonder if it's something in the stone, or maybe the ground, or I don't know.
I have no idea.
But for you to get it twice, there's obviously something there.
Yeah, because I don't know what was there. So as you come out the archway and you've got the Riverside Gardens, then it takes you up to the kids' park.
Yeah.
It's that, I don't know, was that cemetery beforehand? And then, like Mark just said, the first time it did feel like there's something watching us. Now, last week, it was more, I felt at ease. Still felt that there's things there that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
And then when we went on to the top part, where Matt that video that Mark did. And
Yeah.
it's got that little floaty thing coming up, and then like an orb that
Whatever the
shoots
hell
off.
that was. Yeah.
I forgot where I was going. Oh, that bit was where I felt like we was being watched.
Right.
And that's
is that just a path? Because it looked like a bit of a bridge to me. Is it a path?
It's a bridge, but it's only a bridge going over the cemetery. So there's still gravestones either side. I think it could have used to be a little water outlet or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, like a gully thing.
Yeah, because the gravestones are a bit sunken in that area. Because there's like a little iron, do the old iron fencing, about 2 foot high. Yeah. So I thought I'll try and climb over and go around. But then I realised if I'd have climbed over, I wouldn't have been able to get back. Because my legs aren't long enough, I wouldn't have been able to climb over, and it's completely blocked off by trees.
Right.
So, thought, it wouldn't be one of my best moves, put it that way. But I didn't pick anything up.
No.
Nothing at all.
Just going back to that big grave, how old is that grave? Can you remember?
I think early 1900s.
Right.
I can't, off the top of my head, no. I think I did read it out while we was there. But there's about 5 people buried on that one site.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the list of names. I just didn't.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. That is where that mound is. It's weird because you got the mound and you've got the big oval-shaped tomb. Then you've got the others around it, and you've got the pointy like spires.
Yes.
But what I was looking at, what I didn't realise till last week, the trees seem to be set out at like the same distance while they're planted around it.
Right.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's either 5 or 6 trees. Excuse me, that are around the graves.
Right.
Sorry. And it's just a weird feeling there.
Yeah.
It's not always like there's someone there or someone's going to grab you or anything like that.
Just the atmosphere.
Yeah, just completely. It's like you're in a bubble. As soon as you get in that bit, it's like. I think because it's higher up as well and it's away from everything. But then why is it on a mound? What's in the mound?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know.
Yeah, it's not flat. Why would they have built it up?
But that is where, or near to where, the castle or fort or whatever it was built there. So was that there before it was a cemetery? Yeah. Or were the two together, or don't know. I'd have to ask me mate. Oh, he's on the group, Dave Mark. He knows. He's a pretty good historian for Newport Pagnell.
Right. Oh yeah, it might be worth asking him then.
Yeah, and I'm a bit gutted about the filming that I was doing with the GoPro. Yeah. Because all you can see is me with my phone in front of it. So all we can see is you talking to us. Yeah. And then everything else on Berryfields, even though I'm saying what we can see in that, you can't pick anything up on the film. So I thought it was a bit pointless posting that on because all you've got is us talking. Yeah. But I'm going to get a head mount for the camera next time. So I might have to look stupid and put my cycling helmet on and fix it to that. But that is the only way I can think of doing it.
Unless you could attach it to like an head torch kind of strap thing. You know, the elasticated straps you get for an head torch. Yeah,
I've got a few attachments for it that I can fit onto something, but the only thing really that it fit on is my mountain bike helmet. Yeah. Which, if I have to do it, needs most and all that.
Well, it's dark, isn't it?
Oh, that wellies on and everything. Can't look any more stupid than that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think Mark's just said 1814 was the date on that
Right.
grave.
Yeah.
So what,
You see,
200 years?
I'm getting chat on here, and I've also got different chat on YouTube.
Right, well,
Nellie's just put, is it a grave of an important, prominent family to the area, or could it be?
possibly. I'd have to
Probably
check the
would be,
name on it. And ask. Well, I know a few people that still live in that area from when I used to live there. And they'll know a lot more than what I will. Their families have lived there forever. Yeah, so that's it. But I thought it was funny when we was walking across Berryfields, and you said about how's it feel on there, and I'm walking across. I went, yeah, it's fine. I could if I was walking if it still lived there, I'd be fine. I'd be walking across. As soon as I got near them bushes in the eye shade, I was like, right, time to leave.
Yeah, need to get out of here.
I come back. That was so weird, though.
Those lights were really odd.
Yeah, but that eye shine in the bushes, it was like one orange eye. I know some owls have orange eye shine.
Yeah.
I think foxes do. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, because they've got amber eyes, haven't they? So they will have.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. I just got a message come through, but I don't know who it's from. Sorry about this, people. Right, Mark's going to join us when he's got rid of when he sold his kids. So, yeah, he'll be on. Yeah, so it's one orange eye shine. As I got nearer to it, it felt fine. Then, as we got to where the bushes were, that was different to where I went the first time.
Right,
it dropped down. It probably dropped about between 3 and 5 foot, I guess, without walking down there.
Yeah.
So whatever was in the bush was at least 3 foot up in the air. See, it could have been an owl. You get polecats in that round there as well.
All right.
Could have been, like I said, a fox. But then as I got near and started walking around the back where it longed out, that's where I started getting the uneasy feeling.
Right.
It just didn't, I don't know, just something didn't feel right.
But then as you panned round, there were the two blinking.
Yeah. See, they're not houses, because you've got Lakes Lane that runs up the side of Berryfield. And then that comes to a stop where, so if I was to walk where I was and walk towards 11 o'clock, you come to a swing gate, you go through that, and the last house is there. There's a little turning point for cars.
Right.
And then after that, it's like a dirt track, and it goes up to the stables.
Yeah.
There is a house at the stables, but not where we was looking at it.
No.
Them lights are further on. Yeah. And then, so you go through the swing gate, and you walk up about 10, 20 foot, and there's another path, and it takes you through a park at the bottom of the houses in the estate, and it takes you into the Cod Poets estate.
Right.
And that runs at the back of Newport Pagnell Services. But there are no other lights further up there because all the trees completely block them out.
Yeah, well, you could tell there weren't house lights anyway.
No,
they were too small for a start, and they were blinking at the same time.
And you'd see more. If it's a house, you won't just have one little tiny light on in your house.
No. And they certainly won't be blinking unless you were signalling to somebody.
Oh, yeah. And then there's that one over to the right. Now, there's no roads up there. There is a little village, a little tiny village called Loughborough. I've walked through that a couple of times, and that is there's one row of like old terrace cottages.
Right.
There's an old church, a couple of farms. So I'm just looking at, they're not coming through all the time.
No, not.
And then you got a nursing home on the main road, that on Newport Pagnell Road.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. There's no pubs, there's no post office, there's no shop, nothing.
No.
Then the next town is Gayhurst. You've got a few houses on the main road. Then after that, there's a couple set back either side. Then after that, you've got nothing until you get into a village called Stoke Goldington.
Right.
And that's where the pub and the little shop and the butcher, like a proper village with butchers and all that in there.
Right.
So, but you can't see that from there.
No.
That's
basically what you were looking at was trees and...
Yeah, trees.
Yeah.
And then beyond the trees, you got the motorway. So let's say the trees are there, the motorway is like right out of sight.
Right.
So it couldn't even been anything from the motorway.
No, not the way that they were blinking on and off either.
Excuse me.
I think
No.
you definitely
No.
got something there.
Yeah, but I could see it, you could see it, but the camera didn't pick it up.
Right. That's annoying.
And tell me about it. It took me ages to download it off the camera onto the computer.
Yeah.
No offence.
I know it was,
to watch you on a phone.
Yeah. There you go, see.
I know. But
at least you got something.
Yeah. But it's good that we got. I was talking through it and explaining what I could see, and you was asking, and then people's comments and that.
Yeah.
But I don't think, unless people want to see it, then I'm not going to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's no point. To me, there's no point. But if anyone would like to have a look, it'd take me 2 minutes.
See anything.
Yeah, it'll take me 2 minutes to put it on there. And if you want to have a look and see if they can see anything, then that's fine. But at the moment, I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah.
Next week, when we go out and do our next investigation, we're going to do it slightly different. Do you want me to tell you how we're doing it? I'll leave it as a surprise.
No, go on, tell us.
Right. So, because... Oh, 1 second. I'm going to be using this. So...
yeah.
So that folds down. That bends up. It's got the light, microphone, put the phone in that bit so I can film it. Light shining that way. Microphone facing me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to film it on my phone. But if I'm doing that, I'm not going to be able to do a live stream.
Right.
Oh, that'll have to go back up there later. I can't reach now. I'm going to break everything, don't worry. I give up. Yeah,
please tune in as Andy trashes his house.
Yeah, so we're gonna do we're gonna do a start of a live stream.
Yeah.
And then film maybe the first 10-15 minutes, do that live.
Yeah.
And then cut off, and then we're going to record and take videos.
Yes.
Then that is going to go straight onto YouTube. So if you want to see that, you're going to have to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are not doing already.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes. Because we need to get the numbers up on YouTube, basically. But it's also, it works better for us because then we can do an investigation. Even though last week was good, we're still going to do them, but not all the time. Like I said, even though last week was good, because people could see what was going on, what we was doing, that we weren't blagging anything, or pretty much. Yeah. We're not getting the footage as well. We're getting footage, but we're not concentrating as much.
Yeah.
Because
you need to
multitasking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do like maybe 20 minutes tops of the live stream.
Right.
Then I might maybe leave it open and do another 20 minutes towards the end after we finish doing everything.
Yeah.
So I think, that's what I'm going to do. So just do a live stream. There's going to be, you'll get your notification about 2 minutes before. I'm not going to pre-do it. I'm just going to go on air, go live straight away. Do it that way. Then at the end, when we've done, same again, go live, let you know that we're finishing.
Yeah.
So you just have to sit with either YouTube or Facebook open and wait. And that's it.
I'll just sit there.
You can join the chat beforehand, you can join the chat after.
Yeah.
And that's it. But we need to concentrate on what we're doing in the middle bit, because we do want to get some good footage. And the place that we're going to, it supposedly the most haunted relics of a church in the whole of Northamptonshire.
Excellent.
And it's 10 minutes away from me. That isn't why I've chose it, because it's round the corner, but it is. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Because I don't want to keep travelling miles and miles away.
I was just going to say, it cuts down travelling time, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then when there's stuff right at my doorstep that I'm only just learning about, because I've not even lived here 2 years yet.
Yeah.
So it's hit and miss, isn't it?
Yeah. You've just got to go to these places and see if you can pick anything up, haven't you? If you don't go, you don't know.
Nope, exactly. So, yeah, we're going to go there, find out what goes on. But in the area, you've got the main road that goes up to Brixworth. Then that then leads on to a place called Pittsford Water.
Right.
So it's a massive lake, but it has a road that goes right down the middle. Now, I have heard that there's stuff that has gone on there, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Found the place. We'll be fine, Mark. Famous last words.
We'll be right.
Yeah. So you got this massive lake, you got a road that goes right through the middle, and that's within throwing distance of where we're going to be.
Right.
So you've got the main road, and then you've got a little road that comes off that goes into Malton and Malton Village. Yeah. That is more used as a cut through for people during rush hour.
Right.
So the two main roads around Northampton, you've got the A45 and the A43. This links the two together.
Right.
So early morning, you got Malton Park, which is a big industrial area. So you've got a lot of headquarters and all that there. So a lot of people use cut through. I know I'm going on a bit, but just so you get a better picture. So by the time we get there at night, going to be no one about, you get the odd car coming through because there's no houses around. There's an odd house and farms, but you wouldn't go there to get to the villages. There's easier ways to go than where we're going to be.
Right. Yeah. So, that sounds ideal,
Then behind it, directly behind it, you've got a really dense woods. Then to the left of it and over the road, you've got fields. And then on the other side of the road, where the woods are, there's more woods.
Right.
And that's it. So there's a lot of nothing, a lot of trees. So that should be a good one.
Yeah. I like trees.
And I've managed to I bought a IR lens.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a guy that I know through Facebook, he's real big into UFOs, and he does a lot of orb watching. So he told me what you needed to do. Get an IR lens, get a camera that uses night shot.
Yeah.
Put the IR lens over night shot, and apparently that's a way to pick up orbs when you're taking photos.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I had this. I'm not going to wreck my room anymore.
No, don't start demolishing things.
So I had the IR thing, and it's in this case. Don't know if you can see. It's like a phone case. Because I thought, there's no way I'm dropping it and breaking it. And I couldn't work out how I was going to use it other than holding it between my finger and thumb.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get dust or oil or anything on it. No. Anyway, I found one of my lenses for my telescope, and it perfect fit on the back end of the lens. It screws in, so I've now got a tube that I can hold.
Yeah.
I'll show you. So that's the IR lens that side. Or if you can see the pink and the red in it. And that's the other side. So I can hold it like that. That will come off. Yeah. I'm going to unscrew that side, then hold it on top of the camera when I take some night. And that's why I'm not going to be able to do
the live stream
because I need to use it for doing that and see what, if any, energy we can pick up.
Oh, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, so it's like I've got everything that I need. It's just putting it all together.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be good. That.
So yeah, we've got that. So I just read what you wrote. Mike Ross says his doggers. Don't even own a dog.
You don't have to, I don't think.
Yeah, so that's it. So next week there'll be 15-20 minute live stream before we go in. Hopefully there'll be another one when we come out. We won't be in the back of a police van.
Yeah.
And we'll still be breathing. And that's it. And then we'll just give you a bit of detail of what went on.
Yeah. Excellent. Can't wait.
So, yes. I'm a bit scared, or anxious, I should say.
Right.
Because I've been during the day And even though there's 4, 5, 6 of us that went, it was still, I didn't feel safe, put it that way.
Right.
Do you know when you just feel uneasy? Like, if
Yeah.
something happened, we're effed.
Yeah.
It felt a bit like that.
Mm.
So.
And you're going in the dark with Mark. Oh, that rhymes.
Yeah. Can I retract and not go?
No, you've got to go now. Mark's got the EMF meter. You can't be backing out now.
No, it's fine. Take my laser pointer as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we've got everything. It's all good. Yeah, so that's it. So that's last week. That's this week. If any of you do want to see the videos that I took, let me know on the Facebook group. I'll put a post up later when we finish this. So if you comment, then if you get enough people wanting to see them, I'll put them on.
Yeah.
But if you get bored watching them, don't blame me. You ask for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
get bored
that's it.
Watching Andy wandering about.
In the dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Mark.
In the dark with Mark. That rhymes as well.
Yeah, so that's it. Right. Yeah, like Deb's put in the comments, if anyone's got any questions, can you do it in capitals? And if you do have any questions, time to shine.
Yes. Ask her a question, any question.
Anything. Might not have the answer, but ask away.
Make some up.
Wing it. Wing it like you do everything.
Wing it. Yeah. Just hope for best.
Oh, I've done it for 48 years. I'm not going to stop now.
Oh, no. There's no point. You're well into it now.
Yeah. Got the hang of it.
So
is anything...
We've got the list of places to visit then. Yeah,
I've done another list on my... Sorry, I just reading what Matt put. What can go wrong? 2 Salford boys wandering about in rural Northampton.
I don't know. I don't even think.
I know. Have you got anything to say?
Not really.
Anything no, great. Anything you want to talk about?
Not really.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bonus number is 7.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
so
that
fill your
comes up,
tickets in, folks.
Yeah.
One in how many million?
Yeah. I'm on that stool again, aren't I?
Oh, God, you and that stool.
Oh, but I've put a cushion underneath.
And, Mark wants to talk about the future of visits and engagement.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. So, do we talk for him? Because, Matt, do you want us to wait till you come on? Or do you want us to try and pretend we know what you're talking about?
I think we better wait till he comes on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll just end up looking daft.
Well, do that every week. Do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mark's more the tech stroke. What word would you... The
organisational.
The detailing of stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what he does. He does all the little fine-tuning of everything.
The polishing up.
Yes. So...
Yeah.
And he's very good at it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so he can come on and shine as well.
He can.
Literally. Yes, wait for him.
That's what I can talk about. After last week, we came off last week's live stream.
Yeah.
And I always sit with the door wedged open because obviously I can't be getting up and letting Bob in and out. So I sit with the door wedged open and I have the blinds open. And it's pitch black out there because I can just see somebody's bedroom window and like the bottom corner of somebody else's bedroom window, but neither of them are lit up much. So it's pitch black out there. So I was sat here and I'd shut my computer down.
Yeah.
And I heard, it sounded like it was a growl.
Yeah, you were saying.
Not a growl, sorry, a sigh. But it was like, it had the sound of the Predator out of the film when he does that weird sound. It was like a sigh out, but like that, but quite loud.
1 second.
And I sat here and the light didn't come on at all, and the light will come on if anything comes into the garden.
Yeah.
Security light. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, I was talking to Joe at the time, yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Security light.
Sorry, you're going to hear me for a minute. But
right. Yeah, I was talking to Joe at the time, yeah.
Ah, right. Security light. Sorry, you're going to hear me for a minute. This sound.
Yeah, I was talking to Joe at the time, yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah, like that, but like a sigh out as well, like a sigh with it.
Yeah. Security light. Sorry, you're going to hear me for a minute. Okay. Right, just let me turn my volume off on my phone again. No, because that's my message alert tone.
Right, I had that for a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I've got Werewolf for emails. Yeah, you were saying, I know. It's better than what I used to have.
Yeah, I can't tell you what I used to have. It was like breathing out, but with that sound at the back of it.
Like,
yeah.
And then that like a double tone.
Yeah. And I sat and I'm like, what the hell was that? And our Bob was sat at the side of me and he was like staring at the window but couldn't see anything. And then about 5-10 minutes after that, there was a growl in the garden, like a really low rumbling. I could almost I couldn't, but I could almost feel it in my chest. And I'm like, what the hell?
The thing is, that's infrasound.
Mm.
Have you heard of infrasound?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard of it till about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I know a lot of big cats, predators, bears and all that, they use it to, it's a low noise frequency.
Crocodiles use it, or alligators as well, something like that.
I think so. I think it's alligators.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like a low, like that predator noise, but it's like a rumbling and you just feel it in your bones and that.
Yeah.
And it makes you not want to be there.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea what either of them was, so I got up and shut the door, shut the blinds, and went to bed.
Yeah, right.
I'm hanging around for that.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in the garden because the security light would have come on.
Yeah.
And especially so close, because obviously the closer you get to the house, if it was something just outside the window, it would definitely come straight on. So I'm thinking it was something more of a paranormal nature, but it wasn't good.
Don't know.
Yeah, grudge. Joe's just mentioned the grudge.
Is that what you said? What, the noise?
Yeah, the cross between the grudge and the predator.
So I've never seen the grudge.
I can't do that. I used to be able to do that noise and freak people out, but I can't do it anymore.
Really? I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I can't do it now. Yeah. But yeah. It's kind of that sort of noise, but not quite as no, I can't think. Anyway.
Not as predator-like.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit more toned down. I wish somebody could do it for me.
Well, I can do it on my phone, that's about it.
Oh, yeah, you could, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like the one that I heard. But that wasn't predator. It's more like a guttural breathing.
Yeah.
Like under the bedroom window. I know I keep going on about it, but I still...
I've not heard that one before, to be fair.
Have you not? So when I was at that house in Milton Keynes, where I seen all like the shadows and full apparitions and noises and things moving and UFO orbs I was in the back garden and I could see them and it felt like that they were observing me. It's on one of the interviews with Deb. I seen it one morning, then seen it the next morning. It just felt like this orb or this metallic ball in the sky.
Yes.
It's in the exact same spot and it felt like it was watching me. Nobody else, just me. I won't go outside then for about another 3 days. Proper pooed it.
Yeah.
And then there's one night, getting ready for bed. So, sat like where I am now. Bedroom windows there in front of me.
Yeah.
Bed behind me. And I heard, but more
deep.
I can't do the vibration noise, but it was like that.
Right.
And it probably lasted about 30 seconds. And I thought, what the is that?
Yeah.
The wind on the window is the one that opens that way.
Ah, right, yeah.
So it opened, but has the little latches at the side. So it opened about 3 inches.
Right.
And I thought, there is no way I am even putting my face near that window. Because I just had visions putting my face near the window and someone grabbing me and dragging me out.
Yeah.
And I was like, because it was with somebody else at the time, so the person that was with at the time, they was in the shower, but their daughter had come in.
Right.
She was about 14, 15. And went, can you hear that? She's like, yeah. Proper scared. I'm like, go and get your mum. I'm in the shower. Just being a knob. Anyway.
Yeah.
She goes, is it not a car? I don't know what cars you've been listening to. It's definitely not a car.
Say, yeah. I think but it's like,
where we lived, it was a croft. So we had houses there, houses either side there. It's like a big square. Like a prison or a holiday camp, and a green in the middle.
Yeah. Yes.
So no cars could get into the green. There's no. It's like a underpass, and it had the bollards there to stop cars getting through.
Yeah, so it was all enclosed.
It didn't even sound like a car. And the only people that had a dog was a couple adjacent and opposite us. They had a little Jack Russell. No way a dog that could make that noise.
No.
But it's like it wasn't on the floor. It's like it's right under the window. Like if I put my hand out, and dropped it, I'd have been able to touch something.
Yeah. Ooh,
it gives me shivers now thinking about it. It's awful. And it's
hang on a minute. I haven't got my sound up.
Yeah.
I found it. Obviously not the music, the sound in the background.
Yeah. That was like what I heard.
Like that.
But it was more of a growl.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like a phlegmy throat. No.
Yeah, it's like a...
like a gargling. Bit like a gargling noise.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of like what this was. And it was awful. It was awful. So I just, as soon as it stopped, grabbed the window, pulled it, locked it.
Yeah.
And like that, trying to look out the window without actually looking out the window.
Did you hear anything else outside when you lived there?
Nope, that is the only thing I ever heard.
Was it all just in the house?
Yeah. Because the houses were like 90 degrees, other than the two things, the one at that, when someone had knocked on someone's door, you could hear them chatting outside.
Yeah.
And that, you could tell that was, even though from the bedroom window to next door neighbour's door was only about 8 foot away, you could tell it was 8 foot away.
Yeah.
This was right under the window.
Directly underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have shut the window and shut the curtains.
Yeah, well,
I weren't sure. This investigation stuff, aren't we?
But then I kind of regret for not looking.
Yeah.
But then I'm kind of glad that
with time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't look because I might not be sat here now telling this story.
Oh yeah.
But that was the place where I lived. It was in Milton Keynes, and the next town or village to where I lived was called Wolverton.
Right.
And that was 600 yards down the road. So you come off the estate, cross over a road, and then you're in Wolverton.
You see, my theory is that these places have a name for a reason.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And it stretches back, obviously, centuries back.
Yeah.
But I think certain areas have names. There's somewhere else that Paul Sinclair mentions.
Near you?
No, near east on the East Coast. There's somewhere there.
Don't really know anywhere up there.
Well, there's been reports of the Flixton werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
Not that far from Brid. It's between Brid and Scarborough, I think.
Right.
But there's been quite a lot of dogmen sighted around there, and especially recently. But there is a place around there, and that name's something to do with wolves or dogs or something that meant that going back centuries. So it makes you wonder whether that's why they've been named the way that they have.
Yeah, because that area just used to be fields.
Yeah.
I've said this before. You've got Stony Stratford, Old Stony, which are right next to it. Then you've got Bletchley, which is south of Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Then you've got Newport Pagnell, which is north-ish. I don't know exactly. And that's it, really. They're the old places. All the bit in the middle, that was built for the London overspill in the 70s and 80s. And I think it was just farmlands and that. So, Shane's
just joined.
Sorry, I've got an unbump.
I'm presuming that Bletchley is the same Bletchley as in
the Enigma.
Yeah, the Enigma.
You got Bletchley Park. Where they decode him. Is it Alan Turing?
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was it the Polish? It was the Polish that he made the machine. Wanted to.
The Enigma machine. Yeah.
Yeah, he designed that, but it was the Polish that worked it all out. I can't think of the name. What's it? We decrypt it. Is it decrypting?
Decoding.
Yeah, because it was all encrypted. All encrypted
code. Yeah.
Coding.
Yeah.
And I think it's a Polish guy or a woman or something that worked out where it all was.
Right.
So,
I know was that where, when I was compiling my list of places to go, was that the secret nuclear bunker? Was that Bletchley?
No, there's a secret nuclear bunker in it's Essex. It's between Harlow and Chelmsford.
I remember. It comes under Chelmsford. That's right. Yeah.
Ongar. It's a place called Ongar.
Yes. Yeah. Because that looks really spooky to walk about outside. Yeah. Obviously, if you get into.
Yeah, I've driven past it a few times through work, but I've never actually gone down there. I know where it is. I could drive there now and take you straight to it.
It did make me laugh, though, when it said secret nuclear bunker. I thought, it's not that secret because I found it.
No, and it's got big brown signs on the road.
This way to the secret nuclear bunker.
Yeah. So, the other place is Olney, where Matt's living.
Right.
That's northeast, I think. And according to local legend, it's where the devil used to live.
Oh.
So Olney. Well, I used to work in Olney, and then sometimes we'd go for drinks after work and for something to eat and that. And it is it's a little quaint town, little village, but it is, you can tell there's a lot of history there.
Yeah, steeped in history.
Yeah, there's a few, I think it's pubs, or there's a guest house or something that do stayovers at night where you can do an investigation.
Yeah.
But obviously, because of lockdown, we've not been able to do anything. So I'm hoping the next couple of weeks I'm going to get back on that.
Yeah, going to ease off a bit now.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. But
I wonder why they said that the devil lived in the village. I suppose they could say that about anywhere, couldn't they, really?
Yeah.
I wonder what it was specifically.
Well, it's like where I used to live at the back. There's fields, and then there's an old sewerage farm, and then you've got a college. Now, there used to be a train line going through, and years ago, there was a crash. So loads of people, what the hell? Loads of people died, and there's a little stream, and you could still see train wheels embedded in the banking.
Right. Ooh.
There's a bridge over that all collapsed, and that was known as a devil drop.
Right.
And supposedly, as this train was coming past, the devil jumped off the bridge collapsed, knocking this train off its rails and smashing in and killing loads of people. Now, there's a cemetery in a place called Monton, which is the next village down from where I'm from, is where a lot of people that were on that train are buried.
Right.
And that is that church. I'm just thinking, that church, you got the graveyard, you got Bridgewater Canal that runs alongside it.
Yeah.
You've got Between the canal and the graveyard, you've got a little golf course at Pitch and Putt, which then takes you onto another golf course. I think it's Ellesmere Golf Course.
Right.
And then you've got the old loop line that takes you up to near where Eb and Kaz and that live. It's
right. Your sound's going in and out, Andy.
Signal's gone, 1 second. Yeah, so you've got that, which is weird because it's a lot of synchronicity there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that loop line goes up to where the other golf course at the side of the East Lancs, where that Wildman was spotted.
Yes.
Back in the 90s, and a lot of the UFO. And the moss where Deb's dad used to be the bailiff for the fishermen.
Yeah.
Go around collecting the money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all along there.
I just heard a kid shouting then.
That might have been one downstairs.
One of yours downstairs?
Yeah. The sisters come over with a little... Well, they're on the trampoline. I've shut the windows, but kids have big mouths. So, yeah, that's probably what you heard. That's why I come upstairs out of the way from it all.
Yeah, well played.
Yes, doesn't always work, obviously, but...
Yeah.
But, yeah, so there, it's all like in the same kind of area.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how I was thinking the other day about spooky places, some places that just get your hackles up. There's a road, and I used to use it. I used to go to Bradford quite a lot, and I can't ever think what for. But anyway, there's a place called Bowling Back Lane, and on that road, I always feel there's quite a lot of history. Old, I don't know why, because it's all, there's not very few houses. There's a few roads running off with terrace houses, but most of it's like there's a fish processing plant and there's like a metalworks, a scrapyard, all that kind of thing. It's more industrial. But I needed to get onto the main road of like Leeds Bradford Road from this road. And I thought, I'm sure one of these roads cuts through. Anyway, I found a road that didn't have a dead end sign on it. So I turned down and oh my God, it was the biggest mistake of my life. Because you go down and there's like a wall at that side and then wasteland at this side.
Yeah.
And then you enter. I'd like to say it's a tunnel, but it's not. The walls are that high. It looks like a tunnel. But they're built, I don't even know how many 100-foot high, these walls.
Really?
And you're like enclosed in this. They've shut it off completely now.
Right.
And it was like the tightest S-bend between these walls. It was the weirdest thing. There were rats running round. But my hackles, my hair was stood on end. It was just as soon as I hit where this wall was, this wall started. That was it. And I'm like, but I was committed then by that point. There was no room to turn around. I couldn't reverse back out. I had to go with it. And
you could get out the other end?
Yeah, you could get out the other end.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I was like, I'd committed myself then. And I thought, I can't reverse back out of here now. I've got to keep going. And I got out of there and I thought, I swore to myself that was the last time I would ever go down that road. And then not long after that, shut it off.
So was that at night?
No, it was during the day, but it felt like night. Because obviously you were just enclosed by these massive walls.
Do you not know what they were for?
No idea. I've never. I need to get on Google Earth or something and have a look from above to see.
Yeah, see where it is. See what's at the top.
Because from what I can see, if you turn down this road, there's I don't know if it's a caravan place or there's something there, but it's not high up. There's nothing that I can think of to warrant building walls that high.
Right.
But it just kind of like did this S-bend. Oh, God. And every time I go past the end of that road now, I'm like, oh, God, spooky road.
Really? So is that near where you are now?
No, that's in Bradford.
Right.
I'm more Leeds side.
Right.
But there was some reason I used to have to go down there quite a lot, and I kept thinking, it's a bloody long way around. I need to find a cut through. Oh yeah, I found a cut-through one. I'm not doing it again.
Never to be used again.
No, I think the council have taken it over now for something. I don't know what. But no, just the odd place every now and again just gets you, doesn't it? And you think, why is that? What am I picking up on?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. It has got a strange vibe, Nelly. There was something gone off, but the next street up is called Mount Street, and it's a dead end at Inter Street, really. It's only a small. And there's like a gypsy settlement, traveller settlement. It's been there since 60s, probably.
Right.
But that wasteland at the side of that, there's like the Mount Street, and then there's a caravan bit. Then there's a bit of wasteland that leads down to the road that I went down.
Yeah.
And that bit there is where one of the Ripper victims that didn't die was found.
Ah, right.
And I'm like, but that's still a bit away from where I'm on about.
Right.
It's not. The feeling that I got was further down the lane at the side rather than up at the top where she would have been found. So I don't know.
Right, got you.
They're very creepy. I don't come across that many creepy places, but that was creepy.
Yeah, they're not good, are they, when you do? So right, I just send in the link to Mark. So you get a notification.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm really aching tonight.
It's that buffet.
It's all that hard work that I do.
No, it's the buffet, Andy.
Right, I'm just going to have to stand up and reposition.
You're not going to rub your bum on live stream, are you?
No. Just going to sit on the bed for a minute, so I might look a bit distant.
Yeah, just get my binoculars out.
There, I can lean forward on it now. So has anyone got any questions? Yeah, everyone seems a little bit... Everyone's a bit quiet tonight.
Yeah, they are quiet. Come on, perk up.
Come on, it's summer.
It's
summer. You're allowed out.
Yeah, that's probably what they've done. They've all gone out. Left us to it.
You can meet up with 5 people if you know that many.
Yeah. I don't like people.
No, I'm getting that way.
I am going up to Winter Hill on the 1st of May for a BBR meet. That'll be good.
I'm going to try.
Good evening, Ryan.
Ryan, you big S-head. You need to send me your number. Oh, he's got a new number. He's not sent it me.
I know. We don't want to talk to you. That's what he doesn't like people either.
He doesn't.
No.
Oh, I spoke to Alan today.
Yes.
Right. So they are meeting on Saturday at Kenwick Chase.
Yeah.
He may or may not be going. He won't know until Saturday day. But
so he needs a lift, doesn't he?
Yeah. But he may have a lift.
Right.
I'm not going to go into all the detail. It doesn't really matter. But he most probably can get a lift. He won't know until the day whether he's going to be going. But there are other people going. So if anyone else does want to go, then they can. There will be other BBR and COTU members going up there, down there, depending what side of the country you live. I can't go. I'm really busy this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a lot on, haven't you?
Yes. But after this weekend, it's easy.
Yeah.
I think. I hope. Probably not.
Don't speak too soon.
No, I'll just pretend it is. What I was going to say.
I said that, Ryan. He should get off on his bike.
Yeah. Well, he's debating going on his bike. That's the thing, though. You don't know who's knocking about. Someone's going past in a van and think, I'll have that.
I'll have that, I suppose, yeah.
3 guys pick it up, back of the van. It's gone, hasn't it?
I was talking to Deborah last night and she said there's not many places that you couldn't actually take it to where you want it to be. You don't have to park it in a car park. You could actually pick it down one of the paths and have it nearby.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not easily accessible from the road, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to message Alan about that and then.
What's
the
one
place you've been you won't go back to? Well, for me, it's that road in Bradford.
One place I've been. Oh, don't know.
I can't think of any others.
I've been up Ben Nevis, and I walked
you?
down on. Yeah, no, we went to Ben Nevis. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we went up on the cable car.
Oh, I
Well,
don't
so
do
we went.
cable car.
No, so when we got to the top, I asked the guys, "Do I have to come back down on the cable car?" Right? This is serious. This is true story. He goes, "No."
Yes, unless you want to live here.
No, he went, "No, we don't even use the cable cars. We drive." He
Oh,
goes, "If you want to walk, you can walk down the road that goes down like that."
right.
So I did that. Right? It's only a dirt track. It's wide enough
Yeah.
for get two vehicles down. As I'm walking down, all of a sudden I remembered that they have mountain lions in Scotland.
What?
They have like lynxes, don't they, up in Scotland?
Oh,
Up in
wildcat.
up in the like bobcats and all that type of stuff. But when you've got like 10 layers on because it's -12,
Yeah.
and if something's going to get you, you're not going to be able to do much.
But it's
And
not going to really bite you if you've got 10 layers on, is it?
Well, that's the other thing. But then I thought, what else is there? Because it's like all pine forest. After the second row of trees, completely black. You can't see anything.
Oh.
So I thought, if I had to go in there, I wouldn't, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. But as I'm walking down there, thinking there could be wolves, could be Bigfoot, could be anything in there.
Yeah.
If someone's going to get me, I'm not going to run. I'll be sat on the floor crying. And it's that, I wouldn't go there on my own. No, it was an hour and 40 minutes to walk down from the restaurant to the base car park.
Wow.
And this is Christmas week, so it gets dark up in Scotland, up in the Highlands, it gets dark about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it was getting dark, and I didn't have a torch or anything on me because I wasn't planning on walking down a mountain to get home.
Well, no. I did a cable car in Jersey, and it stopped. It hit the join in the wire.
Yeah.
It bumped across that, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and we were just swinging in midair. And I'm like, I was only a kid, and it petrified the life out of me. Luckily, we didn't have to go back down on that either.
Right, ignore me.
He's doing it. He's off with his buffet again.
I'm back. Hey, that buckaroo, that then. Yeah, so
I wouldn't. Musical chairs.
No, I'll be all right now. I wouldn't go back up Ben Nevis on my own.
No.
Not now, hearing of different things that have been spotted and witnessed.
Yeah.
But obviously I wasn't thinking that at the time. I thought I just want to get down before it gets completely black.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah, I can't imagine it's a good place to be stuck in the dark. On a road or not.
No. So it was all right because the car was in the car park at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, and there were a few cars and vans passing me on the road, but still, when they'd gone, it was just deadly silent. Couldn't hear a thing.
Oh, no.
So...
No.
That's it.
Shane's he wouldn't go back to the wood where he saw Bigfoot. Was that Warncliffe Woods, Shane? Is it Warncliffe Woods in Sheffield?
Is Shane from near you?
No, Shane's from Sheffield. So he's South Yorkshire.
Oh, right, yeah. I used to have friends in Worksop.
Oh, yeah. I know Worksop.
When I used to go over, because I lived in Manchester at the time, I used to drive up the Snake Pass.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful road there.
Brilliant on the bike.
Going past the dam.
Yes.
Where they filmed Dam Busters.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And there's Brace. There's...
What?
No, sorry, I'm just talking to myself.
You got off on one there.
I do it all the time. Never heard of that.
No. Catwood.
So did Shane want to come on then?
Are you coming on, Shane, or are you having your tea, love? I don't know why I'm looking at my phone and asking him. Catwood, Sheffield, I think, Mark.
Yeah. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, because Sheffield's quite spooky because there's Stocks. I keep saying I want to go on Stocksbridge bypass, where the ghost children have been seen and the monk floating about, and the police witnessed it. They heard kids who were parked up out of the way, and they heard kids, and it was something like 2:00 in the morning, and they thought we're going to investigate this because kids shouldn't be playing out at this time. Couldn't find anything.
That's like what it was.
Like playing like around.
That. I was at my sister-in-law's mum and dad's house at a party, stayed over, and I could hear kids outside laughing and running around 3:00 in the morning. Nothing there.
That's weird, isn't it?
No, that's the creepiest. That is the creepiest. So that's one place I'd never go back, even though they don't live there anymore. But if you had the opportunity, I wouldn't go and stay over again. I never did. That was the last time I ever stayed. Sat like, nah, I'm good for that. Yeah, we're actually up in Sheffield, me and the missus, in September.
Right.
So we're going to a gig. It's been postponed twice because of COVID, but it's been Leadenhall. The Leadenhall. It's right in the town centre.
Yeah.
It's we're going watching a comedian. So we're staying over. We was going to do 2 nights, but I've changed it and just doing the one night now because it's on a Thursday, Friday.
Right.
Anyway, so I thought while we're up there, might have a look around.
Can you hang on.
I sent him a link on Messenger this morning.
Look on your Messenger on Facebook, Shane. Oh, it's all right, Mark's going to do it. I'm going to go see Sarah Millican in August in...
Oh, seen her.
Grimsby. Have you?
She's so funny.
Oh, no, I read a book. I laughed at it. It's a wonder I didn't keep waking him up because I was laid in bed just laughing my head off. She's so funny.
I actually got to speak to her.
Did you?
As well. Because what it is, this is weird as well. It was in a pub in Newport Pagnell. Right. My mate, a lad that I used to work with, I'll keep it really short because it is really off topic. He used to do a comedy evening. It was like the last Sunday of every month. Anyway, there's a few comedians that were doing their new material for the Edinburgh Fringe. So So there's doing new material. So she was on at this pub called the Cannon. They had a massive back room. There's probably get about 50 people in it, and she was there. It was all on cards and that.
Yeah.
And it was what worked and what doesn't work for when she goes up to Edinburgh.
Right.
So we're going watching. Griffiths. We went watching Jack Whitehall.
Right.
And he did the warm up for Jack Whitehall. We watched Jack Whitehall at Nottingham at the motor thingy stadium, whatever it was. And this guy was on. He's from Grimsby, and he was so funny. So I just bought tickets straight away.
Yeah.
And then COVID come out, and it's like twice it's been postponed. So for God's sake, we will get to watch him one day. Lloyd Griffiths is called.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Big guy, beard. He's an opera singer as well. But he's really, really funny.
I lived near Grimsby for 6 years.
Did you?
Yes, in a little village. That's where I had a few spooky experiences in that little cottage we lived in there as a kid.
See, so do you think that it's you that's connecting?
I don't know, because possibly, I don't know. I think it could be a combination of both.
So I was thinking, where I am now, nothing.
Yeah.
Where I grew up at my mum's, a few different things.
Yeah.
When I lived in Milton Keynes, loads of stuff. When I lived in Earlham, near Warrington, a few different things happened there, like the taps would turn on, fire blew up, light blew up on the stairs. Told you that one. Doors would get unlocked and locked while we was out, and you could only do it. It was a big bolt. You could only do it from the inside. So it's like, what was going on? Yeah, especially when you weren't in. So we'd lock two of the doors with the bolts, lock the front door normal, mortise and nail, come in, the bolts would be unlocked.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, did not like that one bit.
No.
And then
are we having problems getting in there, Shane?
Well, it's saying he's loading. Now I've got right under the desk where I'm sat. Got the boosters.
Yeah.
So I've got one of them under here, and right below me where I'm sat is the main hub. So I know it's not the internet.
Oh, just excuse me a moment. Carry on without me.
Right, okay. I'll try. Yeah, so the internet should be fine. It's showing Shane that he's coming on, but it's just buffering. Give me 1 second. No. Yeah, so while Debs has gone, has anyone else got any questions? Because Shane's vanished now. And I didn't plan for any of this.
I'm so sorry about that. Obi's phone went off.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I just wanged it up the stairs.
All right. At his head.
Yes.
Right. Shane's going to try again. Right. It's showing he's there.
Yep.
Right. Looks like it's working this time.
Jo says she has things happening in her house that she's living in now.
Like?
I don't know. She hasn't said. Just she's got things happening in the house. Could be anything.
Yeah, when I lived at the side of the forest, when I used to live in Northampton before, nothing there either.
Oh, that's another place that used to freak me out. When I lived in Lincolnshire, we were about 8 or 9 miles from Louth and about 14 miles from Grimsby.
Yeah.
And to cut through, it was all like you were on about earlier, where it's not a proper village, it's just like a few houses and no shops.
Yeah, like a hamlet.
Yeah, so you went through loads of them where you would just pass a couple of farmhouses and then it was just like fields and woods.
Yeah, nothing.
There's one place on the way to Louth on the back roads from the village I lived in, and it was called Brackenborough Woods.
Yeah.
And there's something in those woods. If on the way there, obviously, my friend used to drive because I didn't drive at the time.
Yeah.
And she used to drive. And I was so chuffed that I was on the field side and not the woods side because it used to freak me out, something rotten. And then I used to panic when we were coming back from Louth. I used to panic because I would be on the side, obviously, then, because in the passenger seat, I'd be on the side that the woods were on. And sometimes I couldn't even look at the woods. I'd have to concentrate on talking to my mate. I couldn't look at the woods.
Right.
And I don't know what it was that I was picking up on.
Do you ever find that, though, when you're driving somewhere, like you've just said, that you feel like, if you're looking at it, you feel like you've got to turn away?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that quite a lot.
Not often, but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I've had it. Oh, yeah.
I won't say like every day, but a few times a week.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm out in the sticks a lot of the time when I'm driving.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll be looking and it's like for some reason I'll look on the other side.
Yeah.
And then try and then look back. I don't know what it is.
No, I know what you mean. I've had that. I'll just see. Nice question, Ryan.
How do you think Bigfoot survive in the UK? Hunting, roadkill, fishing. Yeah. But now, see, I'm still on the fence about this. Really, really am.
I'm interdimensional, I think.
I don't think they're interdimensional. Oh, even if they are interdimensional, this is what always throws me. And I really disagree with this term. So you got flesh and blood, and you got interdimensional. Yeah. You can still, I'll do it as speaking about, you can still be interdimensional and be flesh and blood. Just because you can travel across dimensions or through time and space or realms or whatever you want to call it, doesn't necessarily mean you're not made up of skin, bones, veins, tissue, flesh, and all that. Yeah. So I believe that whatever they are flesh and blood, whether they're from our dimension or not.
Yeah.
And that's irrelevant. So they still have to feed, they still have to eat, they still toilet duties, so on and so on. So that's, to me, that's how they survive. But I'm really on the side now of I don't believe they're from our world. Oh, I'll say something completely different next week.
Yeah.
I'll be back to something else.
It changes on what you read and what you see, doesn't it? You sort of think, oh, hang on, that couldn't happen.
Yeah, I really think that they don't come from our world. I think Wild Man is evolved from prehistoric man.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to choose, because I don't know them all. But like Neanderthal and so on, I still think that Bigfoot is not from Earth. Wild Man is an evolution of some kind of human kind, and I think there's different types. I think Bigfoot and Wild Man are like cat and dog.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, does that make sense? Yeah. I don't believe they are the same thing. No. But what do I know?
No, we don't, do we? We've only got to surmise, and like you say, your mind changes because of what you see. You think, oh, well, I thought it was that, but now I've seen that. I think it's this now.
Yeah.
But I think that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? Because we don't know.
Yeah, that's it. But I like the not knowing.
Because
like I said before, I said it to Ellen, if we knew, would we be sat here now talking about it all?
Well, if we knew what everything to talk about, would we?
Exactly. It'd be pointless. So I like the not knowing and the speculating and guessing and
trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. And I don't think I'd ever want to know.
No.
Because I think that'd just ruin it.
Yeah.
Because then
you see, my impression of like Dogman was it was mythical. It was something spectral rather than flesh and blood. And then when I heard about Barmston Drain, the beast of Barmston Drain, jumping across the drain with a dead Alsatian in its mouth, I thought, hang on a minute, they wouldn't be able to, do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
And so that made me think, oh my God, then they do exist. But I think that, again, that's interdimensional.
Yeah. See, like I said, things can be interdimensional.
Yeah.
And it's...
And sort of like stepping through a portal into our existence would make them solid flesh and blood.
Because a form of portal is going from one place in space and time to another.
Yeah.
You're just not doing all that million light year traveling.
Yeah.
You're pulling the two, you're bending time. So where you've got them two, you bend it so they're closer together. So what would be 1,000 years is now an hour or whatever. Yeah. And then you put the time back because you've proved that you can bend. Light can be not bent, but it can be manipulated.
Yeah, yeah.
But going off a little bit, did you know that NASA has a patent to replicate the sun?
No. Why would they want to do that?
Well, why wouldn't they?
But what would be the point?
So they can make another sun.
Right. Do we need to?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what if the one we've got...
of that need.
What if the one we've got stops working? But you know my beliefs on the sun and the moon anyway, so...
Yeah.
That's a different rabbit hole. Yeah, so they've got a patent to replicate the sun, and
well, it's supposed to implode on itself in however many thousand years, isn't it?
Well,
allegedly.
That's if
is the sun a gas giant?
Don't know.
Or am I just thinking that because it's supposed to be hot?
Well, I don't believe it is what they say it is, because there's all these objects that are being seen going into the sun and coming out, and it doesn't make sense. 2 and 2 make 17. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. Here's another one quickly. Yep. Right, so the moon controls our gravity. Yeah? Right. Yeah. So the moon and the earth stay at the same distance all the time.
Yeah.
You don't get closer, you don't get further apart, or do they? Am I wrong?
No, I thought they stay the same.
Right, yeah, that's why. So if they stay the same, why is it some days the moon is a little tiny, even when it's a full moon, it's a little tiny. Yes. And other times you get the big blood moon. Yeah, and it's dead close, like you can grab it. Now, if that was getting nearer, surely our tides would change and our gravity pull would change. If that's getting bigger, and that's going to be nearer. So that would change gravity and tidal and everything else that it controls. When it's further away, it changes again. So why is not a fluctuation in gravity, pull, push, and anything else?
Point.
Makes no sense. What I was actually having a discussion with my stepdaughter, and she's 10, last weekend.
Yeah.
About that. It's like, how is the moon's big, so that obviously it's closer. Why does it not change any of the conditions on Earth
that it causes?
And
do you know, Andy, I thought I'm going to have to think about that now.
The moon doesn't control our gravity. Its gravity affects our tides. So why do they say the moon does affect the tides?
I don't know. Yeah, because they always say it's the pull of the moon, don't they?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that before.
So, okay then. So even if it does or doesn't control the gravity, how come sometimes it's bigger and sometimes it's smaller?
Yeah, when it should stay the same.
It should stay the same.
Yeah.
Same as the sun.
The sun does it, doesn't it? Yeah. The sun can be tiny up in the sky, and then other times it's on the horizon and it's like, oh my God, you could just plunge your hand into it.
Yeah. Especially when you get a sunrise and it's just a massive giant ball. Then an hour later, it's a little tiny yellow dot in the sky.
Yeah, and it's supposed to stay the same 93 million miles away from us.
Right, the gravity on the moon pulls on water. Sorry, I'm just reading the comment. So if the gravity on the moon pulls on our water, why will that not affect our tides?
Oh, I need to be looking into this now. I had never thought of that before, actually.
Makes sense.
If your telly's in the corner there, it's supposed to be that size and that shape and everything, and it stays there. Then it stays like that, doesn't it? It doesn't start contracting.
Doesn't get bigger. Yeah, it doesn't get bigger or closer or further away.
If it's supposed to be a solid object.
Unless you do, yeah.
Yeah. You've given me something else to think about now. You do realise I'll not get any sleep tonight now.
See, Rick's got, it's all right. He goes, it depends on the position of the Earth and the moon, and that's why you don't see a full moon. No, it's like, because tonight the moon is, we've got, the moon is completely blank. We go around the moon once a day.
Do we get closer though? Is it us that gets closer?
Not sure. I know it's a year around the sun. The sun goes around the Earth once a day. We go around the moon once a month. But
which accounts for the lunar phases, doesn't it?
So now so it depends on the position of the Earth and the moon. That's why you don't see a full moon. Because tomorrow or the next day is the start of a new moon. That's when it's a little fine crescent, and that's the start when it's. And that's the start when it's going towards a full moon.
Yeah.
But when it's not, that's when it's going out, and it's going to be a completely black moon.
Yeah.
So the moon is a 28-day cycle. That's why they call it lunar. Does he not realise that we can see him?
When it's not, that's
Hello?
Hello. Are you in?
Yeah. So, yeah, the moon is a 28-day cycle. That's what they call the lunar.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Does he not realise that we can see
You need to turn your sound off. Hello. Jane. Are you in?
Just got in.
So, yeah, the moon is a 28-day cycle. That's what they call the lunar.
Sorry about that.
Right. So my point is, why does the moon get bigger or smaller? Yet it doesn't affect anything
Just got in.
on Earth.
Is that better?
That's it.
Yes.
Right, we can hear
I
you
don't know
now.
what's happening this side. I've got slow internet.
All right. Are we on a bit of a lag?
Hello.
The moon has a 28-day cycle.
Yes, that's what it's called, lunar 28.
Yeah.
But he said, "What is your point?" My point is, why is sometimes the moon bigger, sometimes it's smaller. But if it affects the tides and that, why do they not change that much?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, you see? No, this is. I'm going to have to be looking into all this, I think.
See, I don't believe the moon is what they say it is.
What do you think the moon is?
Don't know. I don't think it's a rock formation. I don't think it's a satellite. A satellite, as in, you're right.
Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
I don't think it's an actual satellite.
Right.
So it just don't make sense how.
What doesn't make sense to me is somebody's tried to explain it to me, but I still don't get it. How you can see the moon and the sun in the same sky. You can have bright sunshine and you look over there and the moon's there.
Yeah, they do change. The planet also tilts depending on the time of the year. Yeah, that's like the summer and winter equinox. That's when it tilts away from the sun in winter and then tilts back. So beginning of spring, it tilts back towards the sun. Beginning of winter or autumn, it tilts away from the sun. So that's your winter and summer equinox. That's when your clocks go forward and clocks go back kind of time.
Yeah.
I don't think the door did open on its own. I think Gary walked through.
No, it was Bob, I think.
Oh, was it?
Bob's just come down and gone through because he's gone outside.
Oh. I thought I seen your fella walking past.
Yeah, he did come in for something. I've no idea what. He's doing my head in, to be fair.
No. So I'm looking at two screens, so it's not open.
No. Right.
Are you all right to add him now?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey?
I've got the giggles. Right. I'm sure I just saw a question then. That's gone. How weird. Well, right, are you with us now, Shane?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, can hear you.
I can't get in.
Strange. We can hear you and see you. How weird. Right, are you with us now, Shane?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, there's a definite lag there.
I can hear myself on.
We can hear you and see you.
Yeah, but I can't hear you through my earphones.
All right.
Might be the earphones.
Yeah, but I can't hear you through my earphones.
Yeah, there's a delay on that.
Want to try again?
Okay. Wow, what's that coming back? The moon acts as a shield for the Earth. Without the moon, we would have been hit with countless objects. Yeah, I get that. I know that. But, don't know.
Right.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm just going to be thinking about this all night long now.
Sorry.
I'll be sat up with all these pages open on my laptop.
See, I've read a lot about the moon, and it's like Rick said, it works as a shield. It takes a lot of impacts from asteroids and meteors and all that. But it's... But
would they get through the Van Allen belt anyway? Isn't that about 400 mile deep or something?
Anything between 25 and 450 miles thick it is. No, Richard, we're not good. Yeah. So it's not like a constant thickness. I don't think they landed on the moon.
No.
Definitely not. And I'm not having this discussion again, not tonight, because this was one that... No, because I had it last weekend. It went on for about 2 hours. And I got to the point where I wanted to kill everyone, so I'm shutting up now. It was.
Yes, let's not go there.
It was that bad. But no, I don't believe it happened. I think it's all done in the studio. And I think it was a space race between America, Russia, and is it China? Were they in the position at the time? And America just wanted to say, yeah, we've been. And that was it.
Yeah.
And long story short, you don't have to tell everyone involved that we didn't go. You just tell the main people, the ones that are in charge of mission control, the ones that are putting the astronauts into the rocket, and the astronauts is like 10, maybe 20 people that need to know the truth. Everyone else believes they're going. That's why it's a more genuine story, because everyone else, all the other hundreds of thousands of people that are involved with the launch and the landing and the footage and everything else, believe that they was actually on the moon when really was in a studio in Hollywood.
I totally agree.
And it wouldn't cost that much. And if you watch the interview with not Louis Armstrong, wrong one. With Neil Armstrong. Look how disappointed he looks in his face when they're talking about going to the moon.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
And not only that, I've seen stuff since. I've read a book. I can't remember the name of it now. It was something about the falsification of history.
Yeah.
And they mentioned all this in there, and he there's a great big chapter on it, and you're like, as you're reading it, you think he's right. The spacesuits were water cooled. Well, the temperatures on the moon are either scorching hot or freezing cold to the point of anything turning to an ice block.
Yeah.
So how would that have worked? They'd have either been boiled to death or frozen to death.
Yeah, Rick's just asked me, am I anti-science? No, I'm not anti-science. No. I just don't believe the sun and the moon are what we are told they are. We only know what we are told. None of us have been to the moon. None of us will probably ever go to the moon.
No.
Whatever we're told, that's what we're told to believe. We don't know if it's true or not.
No, it's true.
But then we also think, well, why would the government or teachers, schools and all that lie to us about what things really are? Yeah,
but there's only the select few that know what things really are, aren't there? So the rest of us, what they're told.
We're only taught what other people know, or what we're led to believe is the truth.
Yeah.
So a lot of science is... I don't want to get into a debate and argument about it. Science is, well, this is this and this is that and this is what this is, because there is no other explanation for it, and they can prove it until science is proven wrong. So, no, a lot of science is true. Or I believe it's true, and it makes sense. Most science makes sense, but a lot of it doesn't. Can't hear you, Deb.
Don't know how I managed to do that.
Don't know. Can see your mouth going, but nothing coming out. Do you think satellites are in space?
Yeah, that's what
I said. Now, this is another thing. I don't think they're in space. I think space, as in, I still think they're in the Earth's atmosphere. I don't think they're outside the Earth's atmosphere. I think they're a lot closer.
Oh, excuse me.
Because, telephone, you send a text message to someone sat at the side of you, that message goes up to a satellite, comes down,
down, yeah.
And then into that person's phone, right?
Yeah.
I've sent a message. As I've pressed send, the other person's got that message. How can it travel that fast?
Yeah, like the speed of light.
Yeah, well...
It has to do all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's got to read it, defer it, see who it's going to.
Yeah.
So on and so on.
Sorry, I've just got a notification that Curry's are thanking me for buying a laptop.
Right.
Right, Mark's trying to join now.
Shane is as well.
We're going to have any success there.
Probably not. I might done.
We're going to bed soon. Come on.
Oh, what the hell?
You see, my camera tonight is wider than it was last night on the BBR live feed.
I've changed the settings.
I didn't know you could do
right,
that.
So you can have it like that.
Yeah. That's how I was last night, yeah. You only wanted to see me, darling.
Yeah.
I've polished all my doors. No, don't do that.
How about that?
That's it, look. I've polished all my door up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to do windows though because I can see smear. We are told what they want us to know, which may be true or false depending on the narrative. That's true, yeah. And it's only what they're told.
Light travels around the world 7.5 times a second.
Yeah.
Which I don't presume it's true. But do text messages don't travel by sound or light?
Yeah.
So how can someone get it so quick if it's got to go to a satellite, outside Earth, and back again?
Yeah. That just won't. It's not. No. Work, does it?
No. So, like I said, I don't know what's true, what's not true. I'm just speculating. That's my beliefs. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
this is what. It's not me saying this is 100% truth because I've just said it. But a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But that's just my.
The people that are telling us what's what are only telling us what they've been told and what the people before them have been told, and it just passes down, doesn't it? So that's their truth as they know it. We don't. We don't know the origins of.
Yeah.
Of that.
It could all be fabricated. Let's make some stuff up, and see who believes it. Oh, everyone's believed it. Shh! Don't tell them the truth.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. No, Joe's put, it's like, is God and the Bible real? Well, I'm not religious, so I'm not going to answer that.
No, I'm not either.
Right, all electromagnetic energy travels at the speed of light. There we go.
All right.
So, didn't know that. Thank you.
No. Yes, thank you for that, Rick.
Yeah.
So you learn something new every day. So you need to be looking into that now, you see. Yeah, sheep don't question. That's right, Rich.
True. Sheeple. Yeah, right. Shane's trying to get in, but he's not doing it. Mark's trying to get in. Oh, I don't know. I can't get anyone else on for whatever reason.
That's strange. I mean, you can take me off and put Mark on or Shane if that works better. I'll go off for a bit and come back.
No, because I'm going to be going soon anyway.
All right, I'm sure then.
Bye, everyone.
Oh. Thanks for coming. You've been around.
Yeah, I said to cheer up. She's got a camera coming.
What sort of cam, Joe?
Right, give me 1 second.
Bob's wandering about like a fart in a colander. I don't know what's up with him.
Right. I can't get Shane on.
Right.
I don't know what Mark's doing. So, right. Let's try Mark, see if his internet's better.
Oh, there he is.
Right, so,
Good evening.
electromagnetic. Hello. Nice and clear.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at
His
me all
picture's putting us
glitchy
to
in the
shame.
top corner.
Oh, what?
He's had a wash. That's all right.
Your sound's going again, Andy.
Oh, signals come up saying I haven't got one. That's right, stretching me back. Right, it's back again.
Right, so Mark, what were you going to tell
So Mark,
do you want me just
you
to
can talk,
introduce
you know.
myself? Do you want me to introduce myself, guys? And what?
Yes,
please. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
no, don't worry. So, obviously, first time any of you see my face, you might have heard my name mentioned a couple of times. But yeah, joined the inner circle, should we say, about 6 weeks ago. And yeah, really enjoying it. So, Andy touched on it before about what I bring to the team, I suppose, and a bit my background's all about organisation and change, really. So hopefully that's you'll see a bit more of that coming into the team as Deb strokes her cat. So
glad you said.
So one of the things that I love about the group, from my perspective, is it's young. It's got a new following, and we're hoping to do things a bit different from everyone else. So looking around, seeing what other people are doing, and there's a lot of staged events. Now, obviously, myself and Andy have had a lot of chats around that, but that isn't what we're about. We want to see, hear, feel things for ourselves, and hopefully catch it, and show you guys what we find. So one of the parts of what we're trying to achieve is obviously engagement. So with engagement means that the more people that watch, listen, talk, get involved, the more you all buy into this. So what we're trying to do is build a database that sits behind the investigations. So we're reaching out to say, guys, give us your information. Where do you want us to go? What are you interested in? And both me and Andy are big enough and daft enough to look after ourselves wherever you send us. Even if I have to hold Andrew's hand if he gets a bit scared, we'll be absolutely fine.
Same goes.
Absolutely.
You never know.
And that's it, really. So you give us your information, where you've been, what you've seen. Send it into us. We'll add it to the database. We'll do a bit of mapping. We'll do a bit of research, and then we're going to put a vote out there. So every other week, you'll have the opportunity from what's been submitted to send us where you want us to go. And then once the votes are in, it'll be a bit of a blind vote. You won't know who's voted for what. The next live stream will be there, and hopefully you'll then join us on here to give us your reasons why you want us to go, what you experienced there, and then you'll send me and Andy off into the wild to see what we find, and then hopefully we capture what you've seen, or we capture something else, and then we get back on here and we talk about it. And then we'll give you a brief snippet as we're going in, and then, as Andy said right at the start, we'll then go off, find, record ourselves, film ourselves, scare ourselves, and then bring it all together and get it onto YouTube for you to hopefully enjoy, comment, engage, share, bring more people, and hopefully that gives you, like I say, buy-in. And the more people are watching the videos, the more people are engaging the videos, the more we can go out and do this for you. I know a lot of people don't want to go out. We're obviously the opposite. We want to be there. We're looking for something. I'm a bit different, should we say, because I'm not a believer. So I'm a true skeptic. So I'm here looking at it from a different perspective probably than some other people. That I'm looking for data footage, evidence, understanding feelings, why we're there, what we experienced. So I may say I feel like we're being watched, but why do I feel like we're being watched? And that's what really interests me. And then bringing my view back into it. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an overview about me. Really happy to be here, guys. I'm not really a front of camera type person, but quite happy to be filmed in the dark with the hood up. That gives you a bit of an overview about me. I'm getting really bad feedback, guys, but and that's pretty much it from me.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
Yes. So have you not had any experiences, Mark?
Oh, of course I have. Yeah, I mean, I've been to some very strange places. I mean, officially the most haunted place in Britain, Chillingham Castle, up in Northumbria. We went up there for a I escorted tour and then an unescorted tour where we had our own freedom to walk around the castle. We were the only people staying there. So they locked us in at the night and off me and one of my friends went. And it was very strange. Things happened I can't explain. Vibrating outside the bedroom windows. I was called into a torture chamber. And took like 1 o'clock in the morning, deadly silent. I can't stick my head in, but I'm through the bars and shouting in there. And I had change dropped to the floor. On the ghost tour, I was with my wife and some friends. One of my friends said that we were sat down in the chapel and she clearly felt hands on her shoulders. Very strange. Can I explain it? No. Is it therefore paranormal? Yeah. Do I hope one day that I will be able to explain it all? Absolutely. And that's why I'm here. I want to ask the questions that probably don't get asked, which is why has that happened? What did I see? Can I explain it? Yes or no? If I can't, it goes in the paranormal files. If I can, then I'll try and explain it. So, I mean, if you watch the video from last week when me and Andy were in Newport, just as we walked in there, at the time didn't see anything, didn't feel anything. Reviewing the footage, it's clear that there was something on the screen. It doesn't flap, so it can't be a bird or a bat. It floats in a very strange direction. On slow motion, I speed it right down to have a look at it. You can't see any distinction to it. Can I explain it? No. So therefore, it has to go in the paranormal files. And that's what interests me. Why can't I explain it?
That was really weird. There's just you just can't say what no, definitely not a moth or an insect or there was just nothing.
It floats up, doesn't go down.
It goes up and then obviously I caught the footage later as I pan around over the grave. There's clearly something floats past me, and then there's something floating up.
Yes.
Can I explain it? No, I can't. I mean,
see,
sorry, Andy. One sec. Andy said
no, that's right. Go on.
That it felt different. Well, it absolutely felt different. It didn't feel as aggressive. It didn't feel as I didn't feel worried about being there. The first time we were there, it absolutely felt different. So why did it feel different? Is it that I'd been there before and felt more relaxed about going there? Is it that obviously the first time we were there, we found those sacrifices on the grave at the top of the mound? That unnerved me. I wasn't scared. I didn't feel it was paranormal, but it certainly unnerved me. So did that unnerving change the way I felt about being there? Well, absolutely. So does that then mean I was more apprehensive about going back? I wanted to see what was still there, and obviously we saw that the chalk was still there. Someone had been back, obviously, Andy, because the chalk was on the floor that wasn't there last time. The bottle of whiskey had gone, the cigar had gone, the slugs had gone, which was bizarre because the first time there was slugs all over that grave, but not over any other grave. Again, can I explain that? No, I can't. And that's what really drives me as an individual to be involved in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, on that footage with that thing that goes past, it looks like mist. It doesn't change shape from it coming on camera to going off, which is probably, 10 frames?
Yeah.
It just stays the same shape. Doesn't fade, doesn't go solid, nothing.
No, and as I said from the start, I'm not here to stage or set stuff up, because that's just nonsense, isn't it? You see enough of it on YouTube that's clearly fake.
It's pointless.
Yeah. So anything I'm showing you is genuine.
Yeah.
So can I explain it? No, I can't.
Yeah. Plus, we don't have time to stage stuff.
No, we're not busy enough.
Oh, if it did, Jesus. But no, don't have time. Literally, get in, get started, get stuff, go out, meet up,
get out,
do an investigation, get back, and I don't do anything until the day after or that following weekend. Don't have time to go through the audio or the video or do any editing or nothing.
Yeah,
little bit of research before we go. Look at the place, find out what's happened there, so we can talk about it and get there. It's as simple as.
But the thing is, with that cemetery though, that graveyard, I've been through that day and night when I used to live there, and some of the feelings I felt the last couple of times I've been are completely different to what I felt before. But the last 3 times where we've done investigation and it's been recorded, it's always been around the archway that splits the cemetery to the garden that takes you up to the Labour Working Men's Club or whatever. Yeah, where the little kids' park is. That's weird on its own. Park at the side of the cemetery.
Yeah.
I really don't get that.
Did you get any strange feelings around that archway, Mark?
It felt like, for me, it was the entry point. I wouldn't say it was a strange feeling, but it's certainly something that, because of its shape, the way you have to move through it, it feels like a barrier. It feels like a natural barrier. Almost like when you walk into an old building the first time, you're walking through the big wooden doors, you feel like you're walking into somewhere special, don't you? Yeah. So for me, walking from the cemetery out felt like, oh, I'm out. But then you turn around and it's like, oh, I've got to go back in. And that feeling, so for me, I can explain that feeling, because it's somewhere that you've just been, that you obviously had an experience. Leaving it, you're like, oh, thank God I'm getting out of there. Going back in, you're like, I've got to go back in. So yes, I did feel something, but not probably the way that Andy describes feeling something. That makes sense.
See, when we was leaving, I couldn't stop looking at the archway. Something was drawing me to keep looking at it. I don't know what it was. So I was just reading a message. Don't know what it was. I just felt like there's something drawing me to it. I wanted to go back, but I knew not to.
Yeah.
Same with the mound. I was drawn to the mound, but is that because of what's seen there already? And that intrigued me to go back. But yeah, I clearly felt drawn to that area. It's where going in there. It's where I wanted to go back to. It's where I wanted to spend more time. Because the first time we were there, it genuinely felt like someone was watching me. I can't describe that. I can't. In my own head, working that through, there was nobody there, but it certainly felt like somebody was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't on the mound grave, was it? Where there'd been someone in. It was on the other grave.
Yeah, no, it was. No, it was
right.
So if you think that the mound's like this, in the middle you've got that large grave with the Bull family buried in there, which is the six people in that large grave, and then on the outskirts of the mound there's other graves coming off, almost in a natural what's the word I'm looking for? In a natural star shape coming from the middle with points.
Yeah.
And then on one of those graves is where we found the probably one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen naturally was walking up to that grave and then going, Andy, have you...
I haven't even seen it. I turned around and like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's just bizarre.
And then instantly, as soon as we saw it, it was like, right, now that feels different. Instantly, it changed. I could tell with Andy, he changed. He was like, right, come on.
Yeah, let's get out.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on. Yeah, really interesting.
Was that because I'd seen it? Did I feel like that because we'd seen the stuff on there, or did you feel like that because of something else?
Yeah,
I think
and
probably a bit of both.
That's the interesting thing. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about it, isn't it? It's still, when we first went in, it was still quite creepy, and it's dark, and the trees are overhanging. You see something, it triggers something, you feel something, and hopefully that's what I can bring to the balance a little bit.
Yep. No, it's all good. So it's good, scary, creepy, but good.
Well, that's what we're all here for at the end of the day, isn't it, Andy? Scary, creepy, and a bit mad.
Why not? See, I love being scared. That's the thing.
Yeah, but like you don't run off.
Scared. No, don't run off. Can't run.
Yeah, not fit enough to run.
Walk away quickly.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to go, but I'll be back in 2 minutes. So, if you want to speak to Shane.
He's got his... Do you want to take your mute off, Shane?
I can't do it.
No. Right, anyway. So, Mark, next week...
Yep.
Tell us about where we're going.
I can't do it. Well, I don't know the place. I've never been.
Right.
All I know is apparently, the most haunted place in Northampton. Let's see if it is. I don't know the place.
No, you'll have to turn it off again, Shane.
No, it's all right. Go back to Shane. Go back to Shane. He's turned his off now. Go on.
No, it's the feedback, I think. Right, Shane, do you want to tell us about any experience you've had? No, he's gone off again. Okay. This is well planned.
No, again, going back to my side there, but I'm really interested in that because clearly people have had experiences.
I'm back.
He's back.
This is well planned.
No, again, going back to my side there.
Right. He's got a lag. I think it's his internet connection. He's got a bit of a lag.
Okay. So yeah, and again, this is why I'm here. I want to go and see. If someone's seen something, I want to go and see. I want to understand. And if I can't understand it, it goes in file A. But if I can't understand it, I'll try and explain it on here.
Devs, if you hear me, I'm going to leave because I'm having problems this side.
Okay. Thanks anyway. We'll try and get it worked out for next time. Okay, he's gone.
So
yeah, I think we need people like that on investigations and things because I think if you're all of the same mindset that, everything's paranormal and that's what you're going to go towards, and you need somebody that's going to say, well, it might not be, it could be this.
Yeah, and I will always challenge that balance. Because obviously that's the position I'm looking at all this from. I bring a bit of technology into it. So EMF readers, lighting, camera situations. So I've got thermal imaging, infrared, all the stuff that the big boys use. Then if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us, isn't it? And
exactly.
And don't get me wrong, Debs. If I genuinely think it's something that is paranormal, I will call it paranormal. Meaning I can't explain it. But don't get me wrong, I'll then go away and try and figure out if I can explain it somehow, a bit of research, looking what's going on, seeing what other people's experiences have been, and try and bring it back. And the key to it all is that once we've been, we'll update our database. As we move along a bit further, the interactive maps will bring to this. I mean that people can hover over, see what the original hauntings were or the reason we're there, and then what we see, and then get a link to the video, and they can all see what through our eyes and experience what we experienced when we're there.
It'd be good
without going. It's basically send the two idiots anywhere you want to go, and we'll go.
And the two Northerners.
Yeah,
send the two stupid Manx.
Yeah, it's quite funny because me and Andy grew up probably about half a mile away from each other. So although although we never met.
Matt, if you look at it, where I lived and where you lived is only like 3-4 streets away.
Well, it's an alley, isn't it? Across Folly Lane, and I'm on the estate. So it's
down the ditch.
So far. Yeah.
So you go down the ditch, cross Folly Lane, then you're on my estate.
Exactly. So really close from each other.
And so now we're both down here.
Yeah, and we both know people from up there. Obviously, our crossover friends groups and stuff, but we never actually.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever met Andy, really.
I recognise you from back home.
Well, everyone does.
But it is. But do you not think, though, Swinton is very cliquey?
Yeah, and it's one of those places, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it is strange.
I was just going to say, I'd go. Go on, you go first. I'm sure.
I was going to say it's strange. we both move 180 miles away, and then suddenly
end up in the next town from each other.
Yeah,
that's really weird.
In the middle of fields with torches. It's
it's
strange, but life's strange.
Yeah. No, I was going to say I'd go shopping with my mum. It'd take about 3 hours to get there because she knew everyone.
Yeah,
it's one of them places. She stopped and talked to every single person. It's like, I've not even been yet. I want to come back. It's that's what it's like. So,
is there any questions from anyone about what we're talking about doing, or wants to get involved, and how you send us on these places you want to go? When you're watching this, drop a message in, send us an email, post something on Facebook, and we'll tell you what information we need. And it's pretty straightforward. Where it is, if possible, a postcode, and the reason why you want us to go. And like I say, we'll then put it to a vote on a weekly basis, and off we'll go. Yeah.
Can I just add to that I don't, without sounding horrible or anything, I don't know if horrible is the right word, don't want to be doing ghost investigations every week.
Yeah.
No. Because we need to be doing other things.
Yeah, because is that one that Joe put on about the skunk, the one in Cambridge? Now I know that road's only about 100 metres long.
Yeah.
I used to deliver to all the colleges and universities in Cambridge, so I know it like the back of my hand. Now this road, Little St Mary's Road, there's a church on the corner at the top. It's right on the junction. At the back of there, you've got Trinity College, Clare's College, and the back side, or the side part of King's College, and there's a little park at the top. Now there's a couple of different sightings, but there's this like skunk ape or something.
Right.
I can't remember without looking at the article that's been seen there, but it is right in the centre of Cambridge. Cambridge Centre.
Andy, name it, and I'll go and try and find it. I'm not bothered if it's ghosts, UFOs.
Well, we'll go to, but the thing is there, and then you've got the River Camb right at the back of it. Right. Is it Camber?
Oh yeah.
You've got that which runs right at the back because there's a hotel there, and it's right. It's a stone's throw. It's 2-minute walk to where all the shops are. 2-minute walk to this river, but it's like these buildings have been there since 1200 and what something. So like 800-900 year old buildings.
Yeah.
Because you've got King's College, Trinity College, got Corpus Christi, Peterhouse, and all them. They're all right next to it.
And it's a historical little place, isn't it? So yeah, I can see you've got the River Cam, straight onto the parks at the back, which is St John's College playing fields, and assume Andy, it's around that area.
Yeah, you've got Queen's College down, I think it's Silver Street.
Yeah.
Might have got the street. Is that right? Yeah, so down Silver Street, you've got Queen's College, you've got Darwin College, and if you go over the road, turn left, do a bit of a dog leg, that's where Stephen Hawking used to live.
Okay.
So it's all, I delivered to him actually, it's all really close to each other. So in Cambridge Centre, everything's within walking distance, even though it looks massive. But this street that Joe put on there it's probably not even 100 yards. When I used to deliver to the houses down there, I had to reverse down. You can't turn round and drive back up.
Right.
Whatever way you're driving, that's the way you come out.
Right.
Even in the smallest car you can think of, you're not turning round at the bottom of that road because it's just like a little cobble track. And you've got like cottage terrace going down the side, and there's a little part that's fenced off. And at the side where the houses are, that's where the church is at the top.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking
at it. But they're hundreds of years old, them buildings. Trinity Hall, not Trinity College, because it's all different buildings and that. But they're like, you can tell it wasn't made for cars.
Yeah.
The streets run round the back.
Sorry, Shane's just asking if anybody's camping on the Winter Hill meetup. I don't think they are, no. Because they're doing 2 while 4 and then 7 while 9 or something. I don't think anybody's actually stopping up there.
Right.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm going to try and get up on that one before, but it won't be till later on. Because I'll go up and see family while I'm up there.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you two.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good with me.
Yeah. Used to work. Oh, sorry, I've just seen this. Used to work in bakery up there.
Shane used to work in a bakery up. Yeah. Swinton. Small world.
Very. Getting smaller.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, it is, though, isn't it? Right. So, we're going to knock it on the head for tonight. Yeah? Is that all right with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yet again, as like clockwork, I've had nothing to eat.
As usual.
Other than them raspberry buns, but don't tell anyone.
Oh.
I've only had 2. I'll starve.
Cheers, guys.
Right, so it's Matt.
Cheers.
Sorry, Shane, you couldn't come on. Don't know what was wrong with that. Thank you again, Deb, for coming on.
Yeah,
as
no
always.
problem.
And next week we'll see you we're out on what's it called? On site?
Yeah. On location.
On location, that's it.
On location.
So next week we'll be on location. There'll be like 15-20 minutes and then again at the end. So thank you everyone for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
And hopefully we'll either see you in the group or on air next week. So
yes,
from everyone here.
Yes, good night.
Good night.